tonight, numbers not seen since the Great Recession. That's what Michigan's governor is saying about unemployment in the state amid the COVID-19 outbreak.
And while many schools in Minnesota are on spring break, we take a look at how local businesses are stepping up to keep kids fed.
But first, executive order overturned. Wisconsin State Supreme Court makes that ruling tonight regarding the postponement of tomorrow's election.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Wisconsinites will be voting as regularly scheduled tomorrow. Wisconsin's conservative Supreme Court has ruled that Democratic Governor Tony Evers could not postpone the state's presidential primary.
The court ruled 4-2 that Evers lacked the authority to move the election on his own. The decision means the election will occur as originally scheduled tomorrow. CBS3's John Cardinelli has more from Superior.
That's right. When I talked to you at 5, we were still under the impression that the primary election was going to be moved back. But as I was reporting it at 5 o'clock, news broke out that the state Supreme Court overruled Governor Tony Evers and the election will be going on tomorrow. The Republican-controlled court ruled 4-2 tonight that Evers, a Democrat, lacked the authority to move the election on his own. Wisconsin's Republican state leaders moved very fast to get Evers' order in front of the Wisconsin Supreme Court today. Republican leaders called it a constitutional overreach, adding that they support holding an in-person election tomorrow, believing there are enough precautions in place to keep poll workers and voters safe. But earlier this afternoon, Evers said in a press conference that his decision was all in an effort to keep the community safe.
We expect more cases, we expect more deaths, we expect more tragedies. With that in mind, I cannot in good conscience allow any types of gathering that would further the spread of this disease and to put more lives at risk.
Again, this overruling by the Wisconsin Supreme Court means that the presidential primary election will be happening in Wisconsin tomorrow. Wisconsinites were urged to vote absentee for weeks, but some polling places will be open tomorrow, and the Wisconsin National Guard is prepared to help staff them. Things, of course, are changing very fast here in Wisconsin, and we'll have the latest for voters coming up tonight at 10.
All right, thanks, John. Well, at least 2 Duluth long-term care facilities are dealing with a confirmed case of COVID-19. Superior View Apartments and St. Anne's Assisted Living had at least 1 patient in their facilities. The news comes after the Minnesota Department of Health started naming long-term care facilities with confirmed cases. The goal is to provide as much information as possible about the spread of the virus and the populations it's hitting hardest. The state's health commissioner says this does not mean the facility is doing anything wrong.
These are our most vulnerable residents, and they're feeling the brunt of this virus in terms of the health risks, the isolation that it's meaning for them, more than just about any of the rest of us. And without the care and the support of the staff who are working with them, we're going to have an additional crisis on our hands.
We will hear from St. Anne's leaders about the next steps they're taking coming up tonight at 10.
Meanwhile, Governor Tim Walz says Minnesota has seen more reports of racism against the Asian American community during the COVID-19 pandemic. So the state set up a toll-free discrimination hotline where people can report any incidents. That phone number is listed on your screen. It's also on our website.
All right, let's take a quick look at the weather. Caitlin, beautiful weekend, and that rolled right into Monday.
It did, but there's just a few showers really early in some spots. But
okay.
Otherwise, we did see some sunshine, and it warmed us back up into those 50s and some low 40s. Now, the lake breeze did come into play for areas along the North Shore, as it normally does when the season starts to trend warmer. So right now, we are at 49 degrees in Duluth. Pretty mild for areas out to the west. We're looking at 54 in Grand Rapids, 57 in Brainerd, and 54 over in Hayward. Clouds have started to take over from most of the region, and that is due to a low-pressure system that is headed our way very late tonight into Tuesday morning. So right now, the region is dry and will remain dry for the next several hours. After midnight or so, the rain will have moved in, and some thunderstorms are also possible. Areas from Brainerd off to the west into Fargo. Areas for our area, we might see a few rumbles of thunder in the Twin Ports, but mostly rain showers later this evening. So rain will move in with a few thunderstorms. Mild temperatures remain overnight, though. 38 degrees as we wake up Tuesday morning. I'll have details and timing coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Caitlin. Week by week, the number of people filing for unemployment continues to grow as businesses are closing down because of the coronavirus pandemic. CBS3's Lan Valdez spoke to a local financial expert for tips on how to spend wisely during a time of economic uncertainty.
So things have taken a very severe turn.
Barry Bigelow from Great Waters Financial in Duluth says a record number of people filed for unemployment in the last couple of weeks.
10 million people filed for unemployment in the last 2 weeks of March.
The number of job losses is overwhelming, says Bigelow.
We were adding jobs every month, and now all of a sudden we're losing jobs very, very quickly. And that doesn't happen. Even in a recession, it typically slowly ticks down over time, and you might gain speed on the way down, but this is happening overnight.
Bigelow adds, we haven't seen the worst of it yet, but there are some things you can do now to keep you afloat. Number one, adjust your budget.
When they hear the word budget, they cringe a little bit because it feels restrictive. Really, all a budget is it's telling your money where to go ahead of time.
Write out your new budget. List all your expenses, including fixed expenses, then determine how much income you have coming in. Number two, review your savings. For those that are still getting a paycheck, Bigelow says if you have the ability to put additional money away, to do it.
A couple of reasons. One, we don't know how bad this is going to get. And two, if you're actually able to save more into the stock market, this is a really, really great opportunity to shave years off of your working career by being able to invest in the stock market when it's down.
Lastly, stay on top of your communication.
So make sure that you're in constant communication with the people that you owe money, especially if you're going to miss a payment.
Before taking any form of debt, research other options. You might also try negotiating some of your current bills to avoid taking out a loan. Bigelow says ultimately the solution is not going to come from Congress or the president, but instead from the people.
If you are one of the fortunate few and you see somebody that needs a hand, I would recommend helping them, because that's only going to build a better community, and it's only going to build a better economy where people get back to work sooner.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, $6 million in grant money is now available for Minnesota veterans impacted by COVID-19. The state will begin accepting applications for the $1,000 grants today. You can check out our website for information on how to apply.
New at 6, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer provided several updates on what Michigan is doing amidst the pandemic. The Democratic governor gave an update on statewide COVID-19 cases today and elaborated on their current status of unemployment. Whitmer says the high volume of filings for unemployment outpaces the toughest week during the Great Recession and is nothing like the state has ever seen.
The week of March 22nd through 28th, it was 300,000 new claims. These numbers are staggering, and they will continue to climb. We've had almost as many people in one day file for unemployment as any of the longest week of the Great Recession.
Governor Whitmer also stressed the number of cases in Southeast Michigan is overwhelming hospitals, and the need for personal protective equipment is still high. She says FEMA is doing everything they can to help out.
FEMA has sent to Michigan 400 ventilators, 1.1 million surgical masks, 232,000 face shields, and 2 million gloves. We're grateful, too, that FEMA will be shipping 1 million more N95 masks to Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties this week.
Let's take a look at the cases in our own region. Michigan now has more than 17,000 with about 700 deaths. Minnesota is just shy of 1,000 cases with 30 deaths. Wisconsin has roughly 2,500 cases with 77 deaths. Worldwide, there are more than 1.3 million cases and 278,000 recoveries. Meanwhile, Duluth police say a level 3 predatory offender has relocated to the Lincoln Park neighborhood. Police say Michael Laquan Garment has a history of sexual contact with a known woman and an unknown female child by using force. The 45-year-old is 6 feet tall, has black hair and brown eyes. Garment is not currently wanted by police. The address change happened in mid-March. You can visit our website for more information.
2 more Moose Lake prison inmates have tested positive for COVID-19. That brings the total number of confirmed cases among inmates there to 9. As of Friday, Minnesota's Corrections Department Commissioner told us 13 others are presumed to have the virus and won't be tested. 1 staff member also tested positive and another is presumed sick. Prison leaders say they have isolated the sick inmates. They've also restricted visitors, and all inmates and employees have been given masks. The Moose Lake prison has the most positive cases of any corrections department in Minnesota.
It's spring break week for Duluth students. While online learning is on hold, so are the free breakfasts and lunches the school district had been handing out to kids in need during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, several organizations have stepped up to make sure no kid goes hungry. The Boys and Girls Club of the Northland, Equilibrium 3, the Salvation Army are all handing out a week's worth of groceries to kids. They're also offering them free meals every day this week. Organizers say they're happy to help bridge the gap.
It's good that we're still taking care of each other. Like, yeah, we should have systems in place to make sure everyone's getting fed, and it's really important that we are all stepping up to make sure our neighbors are being taken care of.
Fresh tomato.
Organizers say this would not have been possible without help from local churches and donations from businesses. For more information on when and where you can get one of these meals, head on over to our website.
Meanwhile, University of Minnesota officials announced today all campuses will be teaching summer classes through alternative methods. The announcement also includes UMD. The decision was made in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. UMD officials will communicate with students and faculty about specific summer plans sometime this week. And the University of Wisconsin-Superior has moved all of its summer classes online. UWS leaders say the decision to protect students and staff members' health will impact 24 classes. At this point, they haven't made any changes to their fall 2020 courses.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, why you'll see a lot more lights in Hermantown tonight and what message city leaders are hoping to spread.
And I'm tracking some rain and some thunderstorms headed into our Tuesday morning, followed by sunshine and some very mild temperatures. Those details coming up next.
Keep scrolling. Order food. Skim headlines. Order shoes. Use AutoSend for flowers. Use AutoSend for birthdays. Don't go outside. Don't go outside. Don't leave the phone behind. No sync. Don't blink. Don't think. Don't ever let yourself feel this alive. Breathe. Ride.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, it helped me pay for my house. Being part-time really helped because I could have some opportunities that were still in education.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service.
With over 30 years of providing the best service in the Northland, Ogston's Body and Paint has built their reputation through honesty and respect. So when bad things happen to your vehicle, trust Ogston's to make them right again. Conveniently located at 50 West Central Entrance.
Coming together makes us stronger. And Ford is built to lend a hand, especially now, with 6-month payment relief. Buy a new Ford. We'll defer 3 payments and make 3 payments for peace of mind up to 6 months. Shop at Ford.com or contact your Ford dealer to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. You have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you.
It's time for the biggest sale of the year. It's time for the Toro Spring Sales Event. It's time to head to your local Toro dealer, where you can save up to $750 on select Toro Z-Masters, up to $600 on select Toro Time Cutters, and up to $500 on select Toro Grandstands and Titan HDs, plus special financing offers on brand new Toro equipment. Toro, count on it. For more info on great deals and financing offers, visit your local Toro dealer.
It's dinner time in America, and the breadwinner arrives home from a long day at work. Now the family can sit down at the table, where everyone knows to be mindful of their manners.
Dinner time has changed. Our quality hasn't. Reynolds Wrap, foil made in the USA since 1947.
Come Monday night, I'll be saying the weekend was way, way too short. And the work week is gonna be a long one.
I'm so tired, I'm gonna cry.
You cry like you get. What I need is an hour of laughs.
He's my friend, best friend. Slow down a little bit, Dave.
It's a full hour of funny. A new neighborhood, followed by a new Bob Hearts Abishola. Tonight, starting at 8/7 Central on CBS.
CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
I'll be in for Dave this evening, and it was another gorgeous day across the region. We did have a few sprinkles across the region early this morning, but temperatures managed to get back up to above average. 50 degrees for the high today. 44 was that average, and those warm temperatures are going to stick around tonight even and into tomorrow. So right now, clouds have overtaken most of the region as we've got a low pressure system on its way in very late tonight, and that's going to bring in those rain chances and even a few thunderstorms for the area by Bemidji, Brainerd, and areas south of Brainerd even could see a few rumbles of thunder. The SPC outlook does have a marginal risk in place for those areas. That is the dark green you see there. And if anything, could see some small hail. Otherwise, the rest of the region that's highlighted, we're just looking at general thunderstorms and even just a few isolated rumbles of thunder with those rain showers late tonight into tomorrow morning. That's due to a warm front as it moves through tonight, so temperatures remain very mild overnight and into tomorrow, and that allows for some instability to create and bring in those thunderstorms. So expect 80% chance of rain early morning on Tuesday, thunder as well, and then we start to clear out actually Tuesday afternoon, so we will see some sunshine move into the region. That allows temperatures to really warm up nicely into those low 50s, some upper 50s for areas south of Duluth. As we move into Wednesday, a cold front from that same system will continue to sweep through the region. That brings in just a very slight chance of a 20% chance of a wintry mix and some scattered rain showers, more so for northern and northern-western Minnesota. We'll be at a high near 47 degrees with a few peaks of sunshine by late afternoon again. So time it now for you here on the WeatherMax forecast. By midnight tonight is when you notice the rain moves into the region. These darker shaded areas with some yellow, those are the thunderstorms area that's kind of expected to see some rumbles of thunder and even some small hail possible in that center as well. The rest of us are looking at some light rain. Notice temperatures very mild in those upper 30s overnight, back into the 40s, and by that 5 o'clock time, the rain moves over to northern Wisconsin. Just in the Rhinelander and the Ironwood area, we'll see rain. Temperatures up in the upper 50s, some upper 60s down to the south. Tuesday afternoon while that sun comes back out. Wednesday morning, another chance of it moves back in with that wintry mix, like I mentioned. We're just under cloudy skies through the afternoon hours with some sunshine through the evening as well. So tonight, we're looking at dry to start, but rain will move in after the midnight hour. Expect some thunder for areas down to the south and off to the west. So we're looking at 37 here up on the hill, 38 down by the lake. So very mild conditions. Low 40s overnight for northern Wisconsin, and these temps rise back up to the upper 50s, some low 60s, and that east wind at 5 to 10. Winds will shift out of the west by tomorrow afternoon. 53 up on the hill, 59 in Cloquet. 7-day forecast. So expect tomorrow morning or late tonight here some thunderstorms with some rain showers. That rain does move out, though, relatively early in the afternoon, so that allows for temperatures to warm up pretty nicely. And then Wednesday, we do have that chance for an early morning shower or some flurries into the afternoon, 46 degrees. But otherwise, the rest of that 7-day really does look pretty fantastic, if I do say so. The weekend, another nice weekend on tap so far, and it is Easter weekend, so it'll be pretty nice.
Yeah, get through a little stuff on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then it looks like pretty smooth sailing from there.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Caitlin.
You're welcome.
It's a movement that is spreading across the country, and tonight, one Northland community is taking part. CBS3's Ryan Campo is live for us in Hermantown to explain the Be the Light movement. Hey, Ryan, what's happening there tonight?
Yeah, hi, Kristen. Every spring and summer, Fichtner Field behind me here in Hermantown is often an escape for those baseball players, young and old. However, starting tonight, it'll be an escape for the whole community. Hermantown is joining other Northland communities like Proctor, Mountain, Iron, Buell, and Grand Rapids, to just name a few, in offering solidarity during this troubling time. Starting tonight, Hermantown will turn on the light here at Fichtner Field for about 20 minutes and 20 seconds. Their goal is to offer a symbol of hope and assurance not only to the athletes who had their season cut short or canceled altogether, but the entire Hermantown community that the city won't stay dark for long.
In small-sized communities, these gestures, I think, can really, really resonate and help remind people that, you know, it only takes a few small motions to be able to make, you know, a great light shine for folks during tough times. You can make a really, really big difference in a small community with a really small, really important gesture like this.
Once the lights go on at 8:20, you're encouraged to drive by and check it out. But Hermantown city leaders stress that you should stay in your car and practice social distancing so the community can remain as healthy as possible. And coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear from a Hermantown Hawk baseball player who had his season cut short due to the COVID-19 and how this Be the Light movement is offering some hope for them in this time of need.
Yeah, so many people impacted by the season's ending and the school closures. It'll be nice to hear from some athletes as well. Thanks, Ryan.
Coming up next in sports, a glimmer of hope as a huge tournament is rescheduled. Plus, could the NHL season wrap up in North Dakota? Kelly Hinseth answers those questions next.
Yamaha and Arctic Cat snowmobile sale happening now at RJ Sport and Cycle.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Your Lake Superior Honda dealers want you to be safe. And right now, you need a car you can count on and your dealer to go the extra mile. And while everything is changing around us, one thing hasn't changed: our commitment to you. That's why we're working to follow all government guidelines and doing everything we can to help you stay safe with a reliable car that's ready to go when you need it. For details, call your Honda dealer or visit shophonda.com today.
I hail from Canada, but I'm not a hockey player. I came here for soccer, but my journey at UWS has turned into much more than just an athletic endeavor. I have a lot to thank the professors for allowing me the opportunity to have confidence in myself, whether it's on the field or in the classroom or on the campus, and I think that I really flourished. For me, my experience at UWS has truly allowed me to connect with who I am. You know, for such a small campus, I think it offers such a big experience. The name Superior truly fits this institution.
Shop online at NorthwestOutlet.com. The North Face, Columbia, Under Armour, and Keen will allow Northwest Outlet to sell their spring and summer lines up to 25% off. Normally, this doesn't happen till August. Shop and save now. Up to 25% off at NorthwestOutlet.com.
Cover more ground with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Gas-powered for a top speed of 40 miles per hour. Best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo. The strength to haul a half-ton and tow a full-ton. All backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get more done right with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
No one serves you better than Lula Gentleman.
My goodness, that is a spectacular lawn.
When you see a great lawn, it's all you see. Call the experts at True Green for a custom science-based plan to make your lawn thick, green, healthy, and weed-free.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
Your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth.
In every case, there's someone who stands accused, someone who stands to win or lose. But I stand for the truth. On that, I give you my word.
We speak for those who don't have a voice.
I'm innocent.
I know.
We're the best at putting away the worst.
This is proof the justice system works.
It's proof that it doesn't always fail.
In my courtroom, we always get justice.
A New All Rise, tonight at 9/8 Central on CBS.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Welcome back into sports. Today is Monday and the start of a week, another tough week without sports. But today we got an announcement that a pair of tournaments will be making their return tentatively if things go as planned. Augusta National released a joint statement along with officials from both the PGA and the USGA announcing the major has been tentatively rescheduled for November 12th through the 15th. That would be the Masters. It'll be the first time the famed tournament has taken place outside of the month of April since 1934, which also means Tiger Woods may defend his green jacket among unbloomed azaleas and falling leaves. Now, we like to go out and get fan reactions during this time about when these tournaments come back. Luckily for me, I am in the midst of one of the biggest golf fans, so here is my father, Doug Hincess, reaction about the Masters being tentatively rescheduled for November 12th.
I am so excited that the Masters is going to be happening in November. I'm already writing it on the calendar. No, November 12th, right?
Right.
It's going to be great. So, and here's a picture from the golfer from that's my calendar.
Okay.
And so I'm going to write it on November 12th. I couldn't be more excited. We have something to look forward to, finally.
Now, of course, this is all tentative, rather as things go as planned. He also wanted to add to me that he put on the closest thing he had to a green jacket, which was that green shirt. Now, also announced today, or rather speculated today, is that the NHL may be resuming tentatively if things go as planned. It hasn't been canceled yet. And a speculated location for the season to wrap up is, wait for it, North Dakota. Now, of course, this is all speculation. Sportsnet.com first reported this yesterday, that NHL executives were spitballing the idea of finishing out the season in North Dakota, more specifically in Grand Forks at the famed Ralph Engelstad Arena. UMD fans will know that arena well, as it is the home of the rival UMD, or rather, University of North Dakota Fighting Hawks. Of course, we'll have more on this story as it develops. It also should be out there, as I said, that the season has not been officially canceled yet. That is not out of the question either. But I'd also like someone to write up a report or make a pitch to the NHL if this is a thing, that we are just holding the tournament or the remainder of the season in random places. Why not Duluth? We have a beautiful arena right down the street from our station. I say make it happen. But for now, that's going to do it for sports at 6. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, we're learning at least 2 Duluth long-term care facilities are dealing with a confirmed case of COVID-19. Over the weekend, we learned Superior View Apartments and St. Anne's Assisted Living had at least 1 confirmed patient in their facilities. We'll learn more on what steps St. Anne's is taking coming up tonight at 10.
All right, Caitlin, we had a nice sunshiny day, but that might come to a rest tonight, huh?
Yeah, but just for a quick little few hours of some rain and some thunder. Most of it's while people are sleeping, and it's not like we're going many places anyways. So by tomorrow afternoon, the sunshine will return, and we'll get back into those 50s and even some upper 60s if you're in areas south of Duluth. Wednesday, the temperatures stay mild with us. We'll see some sunshine coming back for the end of the week. Temperatures cool off a little bit as we head towards Easter, but still right around average, seeing about seasonable temperatures. So a few April showers tonight into tomorrow, and then again Wednesday morning, and then we end with another dry week. So it's pretty nice weather that we continue from the weekend.
Yeah, hard to believe Easter is right around the corner here.
April showers bring May flowers, as we like to
that,
say.
yeah. Let's stick with that. All right, thanks. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you back here at 10.
Thanks, Tony.